Yeah, let's have it. It's the Frog and Flow Show.
I'm DJ Flow, come on!
My partner in the clubs, he don't want to come the fuck back to the podcast show. I don't know what the fuck going on with him, but he'll get back here. No, Flow all good, everybody. He just handled some business, so follow his page. He got it popping in a couple different clubs, different locations. So definitely go follow his page and go support him. Man, I ain't gonna tell you what Next just said. He just edited a video of the strip club for Flow in a meeting. That's my man Flow, you know what I mean? Take care of business and have fun at the same time. No, what's up, son? We back, baby. We just talk about the versus battle a little bit. You know what I mean? I took a peek at that, the little Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. Then you got Bill Cosby coming home. You know, it's a lot of things we're going to talk about right now. Then the up-and-coming verses that, you know what I mean? Who you was just talking about behind the scenes next? Who supposed to be battling?
From right, Benny Siegel and Noriega.
Oh, shit. Damn. That's going to be some heat. Top of the head, Sam. Who you got in that battle, man? That's like Beans. It's that love. But it's going to be close. I know he got some shit, right? What about you next? Gotta go with the bully, right? Yeah, but they gonna bring some shit. Didn't they do a song together before too? Underground? Maybe not. But yeah, that'll be some heat right there, man. And fuck Ben Simmons, man. That's all I gotta say, dog. Yeah, I mean, really highly upset. He ain't played with heart. You know, Philly fans, they know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I don't care if we lose, but at least we going down with a rumble in the fight. How you gonna get paid all this cash and all this bread, and you can't, not just can't, you won't shoot the ball, man? That's a mental piece right there. So I'm still a little upset about that. You know, me and Sim was talking behind the scenes. It's gonna be crazy because we gotta make a big ass trade to get somebody coming back, and it's just a whole mess, man. But he gotta grow, man. He ain't got no heart, man. I don't even want him on the bench, Sim. I don't even want that motherfucker on the bench. He bring bad energy. You know what I mean? He got a hex on his hands or some shit. So fuck out of here, Ben Simmons. Cause you already got money, man. You could go somewhere else and get paid. And like some said, he might do better on another team, right? Not with us. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a couple guest hosts, female hosts with me, you know, next week. So we're gonna have some surprise guests when Flo get back. But I'm gonna hold the fort down. And we're going to keep talking about this energy. But back to Bill Cosby, man. I want to know, you know, how everybody feel about it a little bit. Me, I know him personally because he went on a little tour with us in 07 when we, you know, spoke on Capitol Hill to the Black Caucus about the violence in America. And I could say for them 2 to 3 months, probably a little bit more than that, when he was on tour, he was like an uncle figure. And I seen him around other females. I didn't see nothing but respect. You know what I mean, with my eyes. So, and they overturned the case and had for them to have that man sitting there and he didn't do it. That's some crazy shit right there, man. That shows you how the system is. But I feel for all the women, don't get me wrong, that ever been in that situation, man. Y'all gotta, you know, speak up right away. You know, a lot of these entertainment things, they come out years later. You know, I can understand some women might be scared, but don't hold that in, man. You know, if I got a sister, mom, and if something ever happened to them like that, and the guy touched them in the wrong way, I would want them to say something immediately. You know what I mean? Don't wait 10, 20 years and, you know, put that you know what I mean, that more self-pain on yourself without at least talking to somebody. So, you know, bless all the females that went through something that overcame that. But, you know, only God can judge what happened. You know, he was in a party life, and all I can say is, Hugh Hefner, you know, with the Playboy Mansion, everybody went there, party, got fucked up, probably had sex. Ain't nobody ever say nothing about that man. You know what I mean? And Bill Cosby, you know what I mean? Of course, he partied. He was one of the top black entertainers back then, and everybody was coming at him. So, who knows, man? Like I said, God can judge, but he home now. He an old man. I hope he do good. I wish him nothing but well wishes and the best. And he overcame that, so I wonder what's gonna happen now. Because it was behind the scenes that, you know, a lot of people was talking he was gonna buy NBC at the time, and that was a power move. So you know sometimes how the setup is a setup. You know what I mean? So, but that back into the industry. Not just the Bow Wow situation, but all these verses and these battles, You know what I mean? It's good. It's entertainment, man, and a lot of them coming off with a lot of respect. So I understand it, how the game turning and Swiss people eat right now, but that's some good energy, man. They need to keep that thing going. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's gonna keep doing their thing right there. And speaking of entertainment, the BET Awards. Oh my God. Shit. How you shaking your head over yourself? What you think about the Nas X, man? That's all I gotta say. I'm not here to judge, but what's all this fucking hype? The world, you know what I mean? That's been out, right? Shit, you ask me, you know what I mean? So,
I think it's mainly just because you haven't seen it being flaunted that much.
Yeah.
As far as, especially being in the African American community, which we are familiar with a lot of African American.
I'm high my kids' fucking eyes when they see some shit like that. Them explain to them later. You know what I mean, Sim? You got a little boy, you don't need to see that. You know what I mean? Not to cut you off next, but yeah, in our community, that shit that's like a hex. That's a no-no. You know what I mean? You can't explain yourself to me, to no gangster. The fuck going on right here? You know what I mean? But then I was listening to one of the radio shows, and they kind of had a valid point, because then a girl kiss a female, like they was talking about Madonna or any other female, we tend to accept that, call it sexy, it's cool. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? They got a point right there, but that is taboo. You know, at least from me and my family. I can't raise a boy to see another man kiss another man. I just can't do that, man. You know what I mean? You can't explain nothing to me. I know God don't make no mistakes, but I ain't here to judge. But if you're going to do that, don't do it in front of the whole world. You know what I mean? Where a lot of kids is almost confused right now. You know what I mean, son? So that's what I'm saying. That, you know, certain places for certain things at certain times. I think right now we're in a society like there ain't no bars on nothing. You know what I mean? Especially in the industry. You know what I mean? What if you think somebody paid him to do that? Or is he just alright? Is that really him?
And the boy that came out the NFL. You know what I mean? I forgot his name, but he came out, I think he played for the Raiders. You know, so but me in the locker room, only thing is, and I know everybody support him, which is cool, because that's him. You know what I mean? And we not here to judge. But as a football player, how would you think other players will feel? You know, they got to take showers in there, you know, walk around. You know what I mean, Sim? And sometimes when you get up from a play, they pat you on your ass. You don't know if that ass pat is a John for me or a good play John. You know what I mean? Or he tackling you, he want to get up slow. Fuck off me, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just my motherfucking mind, man. Because you got to look. Since you know he's like that, you going to be more cautious. That's only human nature, right? Not cautious, but you're like, damn, okay. You're going to be watching him more than you watch the other players and see how he react to certain situations. And he just made himself vulnerable. I'm glad he came out there. But back on that note, I think a lot of the kids right now, what you were saying next, if they don't have the parents to let them know right from wrong,
and, you know, whatever religion or how you was raised, it's like a lot of parents not ready. You know what I mean? To have that conversation. And, two, I think it's more of a fad, too. Some kids are just trying the shit to try. They not even gay, man. You know what I mean? They may see their other friend see it and they want to try it. So I don't know what you would call that. If the person not really like that and they just trying to try it, then this society, you know what I mean? It's just out here with a click of a button, they get to see everything, man. So it ain't no book on parenting, man. All I can say is you just sit there, go butt down, keep it real with them, and guide them, and just be there, cause you know it's their choice right now. You know we ain't grow up in this type of time, so I be open-minded, you know, with my kids, listening to them and see the music and see how they grow. Cause I ain't one of them parents with no pressure, but you know, they definitely got a different way of learning right now than how they growing up out here. Mm-hmm. And especially with the violence, you know, man. And speaking of that, on that note, you know, I just had to bury one of my nephew, and he had got shot years ago when he was 16. Then he was paralyzed, so we used to go up to see him in the hospital, and as the years went on, his mental started to went a little bit. So, but he never told on a person the whole situation, not even to the family, not to us. So we don't know who did it and how it went down. He just would never say nothing. So we buried him, sent him off gracefully. You know, rest in peace, little cousin Martell. But as far as them bullets, man, And these young boys out here, they have no idea. You know what I mean? And he was paralyzed for years before the same bullet, finally, caused complications. And, and the rest is, history. So that's a little tough one for me. But I'm glad we was there for him because we wasn't really legitimate blood. But back then, that was my aunt dated this dude and we took him in. Next thing you know, I woke up with a cousin at the table. My grandmother just took him in. So, but he had issues and we was there for him. And I'm glad that we did what we did for him because he had a little rough life. So, you ain't even got to be blood to take care of somebody. Shout out to everybody that's taking people in for real, man. Because you never know what another person going through or their background. And the doors is just not open like it used to be back in the day where you could go to your neighbor and ask for help, you know what I mean, Sim, or get a grub or talk. You can't do that no more, man. So, and with that violence, and it's broken down to the top, to the bottom, to the middle, and me not just being a former band in the street and then an activist. It's just so ridiculous how the system is just making all these excuses. What's going on out here? Because every time you turn on the news, there's more and more kids dying than anybody. So somebody dropped the ball at the top as far as the government, our city's officials. Everybody's on a disconnect. We can't save everybody. We not God, but damn, there's too many damn kids out here getting killed and keep going to jail over these fucking guns. And we all know we don't make the guns, so how they ending up in the hood? Or is it an old head in a way that's supposed to be so thorough that he might be dropping the guns off in the baby hands? I don't know where this shit come from, but wherever it's coming from, I know from the era I came from, we gonna check a young boy if he even acts about a gun. Now it's like babies killing babies. And then you might be in a position if one of these young boys come up on you, now you gotta make a decision, damn, I gotta kill a kid? It's just crazy out here right now, man. You know what I mean? So I just, pray for everybody, and then it's the way they doing it. It's like, I don't know, what y'all think? Do y'all think the music, the video games, the home bringing, is it a combination of all of that? Yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking. Because you get some of them play Call of Duty and they really think they playing Call of Duty in the street. And that's on some real shit. Some of them shoot with their eyes closed. They don't even know what type of caliber gun they got. All I know is these guns turning cowards into killers. And it's sad right now because as soon as they go to jail, they're not built like that. Once you take protective custody. So if you're a killer on the street, why you hiding for everybody in jail? Right, son? Right next, that shit crazy. So they talk all that tough Tony shit out here. Then when they go there and their life gone, it's crazy. And then I was just talking to a young boy, and he was his brother was fighting his. Well, he didn't fight his case. He took 40 years, and he 26. I said, man, you gonna be 60, then there's 70. You supposed to fight for that? Fuck the 80 years they talking about giving you, and you gonna take 40? No. So somewhere down the line, not just the guns, we misguiding all these young bucks on how to move, the system, the decisions they make, and it's a whole slew of, how can I say, excuses we can make. But all I know is, with George Floyd and all the energy we had with him, and God rest his soul, and how that brought everybody together. But somewhere, somehow, not just entertainment, the streets, and all these so-called powerful gangsters in this game, why they can't make these young boys put the gun down, man? Somebody can answer that for me, or at least start the movement where if you got all these followers on the gram, you got all these platinum and gold and selling movies, and I ain't even saying a particular name. I'm just saying if you had a certain statue and you become powerful by your voice, use it a little more. But I think a lot of them in this game are scared to use it because it might deflate their success. You see what I'm saying, Sim?
I think it's the image that they're giving out, because a lot of rappers, they give out the image that they're killers, they're out here robbing people, and they get busy, they get caught up. It's like, and they start snitching or some shit, or they start complying or whatever.
Exactly.
But I feel like when they have to keep up the image, they just want to stay in the activity so they don't look like they're frauding.
Exactly.
A lot of people do rap about shit they don't do.
You're right. And then it's sad even with the Pooh Shiesty situation. how can you go to a club and you're an artist? Why are you shooting in the club? Is it me or is it weed I smoke or what the fuck going on? And you supposed to have all these bodyguards and gangsters with you. You just supposed to have a mic or somebody owe you some bread. Take that bread or send your manager or whoever to collect it before you go on stage, right? I must be missing something, man. And the young boy was hot at the time.
And it's repetitive, and they keep having it over and over again with these artists that blow up, get the dollar for a minute, and then they do something that just stagnated.
Somebody made a good point. You said a lot of these rappers getting booked on Miami.
Damn.
Like Pooh Shashi got booked on Miami.
You think there's a whole thing going over there? It might be. All I know, ever since they put on hip hop cops in this fucking game, everything been tainted. You don't know who's who. I know back in when old school hip hop they had no hip hop cops. You know what I mean? Now you got motherfucking cop might be sitting on a tour bus with these motherfuckers. Hat on the backwards, he might got a chain, he smoking loud, he the fucking feds. What type of shit is this? So the game is all fucked up. You know what I mean? But who knows, man? But back before we take this commercial, man, they just get somebody. That was just a food for thought that I want everybody to sit on. You know what I mean? As far as if you got the power to be able to tell a young boy not to do it, and at least calm down and listen, or a young girl to make a decision. You know what I mean? Because I know it's affecting everybody's family. I don't care if you in the rap business, you a trash man, you work at the funeral home, you work in the school. We all been hit by some of this violence somehow, some way that affected us.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people go to sleep and at least try to pray about it. But we got to wake up and do a little bit more. And shout out to the people that's doing more, and the organizations and the kids that stand out the way. So I like to commend them too, because sometimes they get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? The ones that's making it through the struggle and they finishing school and they graduating and they got, problems at home and they're not making excuses. So shout out to them, man. So on the next Giddy Up, when we come back, we're going to finish having a little discussion about what's going on in the game, what's going on in the streets, and what we get ready to do in the future about what we about to have up here in the last chapter. So I'm going to see y'all in round 2. Peace.
But artists out there right now, that can put on a good show. It's very few, many, right? Not too many. It could be A-list or B-list.
Say J. Cole. I would say Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
I would say Jay-Z, obviously.
See, them all lyricists too.
Yeah, so like they have a vision at the end of the day. And it's like a lot of people miss the vision part. They just have, like the baby, no offense to him, he's cool, but like, after like a year or so, it gets dry.
Same thing.
Like Meg is cool, but like her latest song was like Twerk, Gotcha or whatever fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the same song she released like 4 years ago. I just feel like she's replaying.
Yeah. So some of these artists, they can't switch up their style, they flow, man. So some of them, if you're going back to it, they not real artists. If you stay a certain way, and which is okay, if that's you, but you're supposed to be able to adapt to the game and change and as it go on, and people and fans, and keep them on the edge of their seat. We can't lose them because now it's becoming so many different artists and rappers, and not just rappers, artists coming out right now. It's like, damn, he just is out with 2 weeks and we just would talk about that. Now there's another one. You know what I mean? So, but the game is open. They milking it. I'm like, Lil Baby milking the game right now. I think he surprised a lot of people. Not the Baby, I'm talking about Lil Baby.
Yeah.
So, I don't know the little beef he got going on with Migos. But as far as it, they not really, it's not a beef, but they not really good on good terms.
Okay, I gotta look into that.
Yeah, it's like that. Some of the people, they on the same label. Some of the Lil Baby people are supposed to took something from one of Migos ran up on them. Baby ain't really real street dudes.
No, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as the leader of the label, P and all of them, they should be able to, make sure, that's a funny situation to be on the same label with somebody and have a little tension. You know what I mean? That's like, I guess that's like living in a house with fighting your brother, right? But right now, that as long as they get their money, man, and they squash the beefs and just be up at the table on conflict resolution. That's what I'm headed for, man. Be able to sit down with two men, y'all both getting money, and I ain't even talking about a certain situation, just period. If you get money and this person get money, you don't have to like the other person. Or if you got a problem with them, at least give them both the benefit of the doubt, or y'all give each other to sit at the table before you say, I'm gonna blow this motherfucker head off. Fuck that motherfucker, I don't wanna get no money. We damage ourselves so fast, and I was young, I made decisions, like that, because certain I ain't like a motherfucker, but I could have did business and he bit me in my ass. You know what I mean? Years later, like, damn, I was an asshole. At least could have did business, you know what I mean? But your ego could get in the way of your movement. And I try to tell a lot of young guys, if you got ego and pride, you're not gonna get too far, not just in this industry, but life. You gotta separate that. And that goes back to, not to skip the subject, that goes back into a lot of crimes that's happening out there. A lot of them, all you can do is fight the bull. Get it over with. If you don't like it that bad, get a black eye, bust your nose, knocked out, get up, whatever, it's over with. But if you beat somebody up, then he want to go get his mans, and his mans, they ain't got nothing to do with it, and they want to spray the whole block. Come on, man. You know what I mean? That just don't make no sense.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? And that's how this shit go down. But then back what we were saying in the game, where the fine line at? Because the street imitate rap and rap imitate street. But it's no fine line. And never be. You know what I mean? So right now, that line is being crossed too much. That's how we're losing so many these young artists. You know what I mean? And once they're gone, then they move on to the next. They not even getting a chance to enjoy their money. For real. But, maybe the game has changed, and I don't know why, the rock artists don't go through it. So we in the studio. You ever hear the rock boys talk about people with another rock group? Fuck no, man. They ain't got time for that. They might get fucked up, party, may say, oh, fuck him, but they don't take that shit serious. You know what I mean? We gotta watch when you come out the club. You know what I mean? Watch who you talk to in the club. You know what I mean? The boy next to you grilling you for nothing. Ain't nobody dancing in the club. You know what I mean? Do the girls dance in the club anymore? When you went besides the strippers, was there anybody dancing in the club next? Do they dance any motherfucking more?
It depends.
In the parties?
Depends if you got money.
No, I'm just saying, like the real parties, like y'all been too late to heard about it. Do they get up and just dance to the music, or everybody just?
Oh yeah, of course.
The girls do. The guys too cool to dance on the floor.
See,
the guys too cool. You know that shit, right? Talk to me.
Okay, so, and I've seen this probably like plenty of times, like too many times. It's like it's usually like you walking, and it don't matter where you at. It's always gonna be the same. It's like girls always gonna be dancing, guys are just gonna be on the sideline.
You gotta pull it.
That's it.
But you gotta pull it.
Exactly.
So if you seen a nice joint, Sim, you know what I mean? You're a young boy, and there's two girls over there whispering. You can see this to these days. These young boys don't even know how to go pull a young lady and conversate with her. You see what I'm saying? Here you go. But they get so mad, so quick, the young boy. Oh, fuck that bitch. No, you ain't giving nothing to gravitate to you. God damn, youngins. And that's going, how you gonna call her a bitch because she said no?
See, I pull a shit that most people don't even expect. Like in the middle of a wild, just random ass party. Mm-hmm. I'll ask in the most nicest way. I'll just be like, "Look, you care to dance? Like you got time? You want to dance?
Next. That's the
how you
fuck
care
I'm
to
talking
dance?
about.
Like I'll pull a shit.
With his swag.
I pull a shit that damn, like, because most of the time it's like
so you gonna drive on your knee at the club?
I don't know about all that.
No, you said you care to dance. I'm trying to visualize it.
Listen,
you holding her hand right now, right? When you answer to that.
At that point, my hand is already on her ass. But
shit.
It's like one hand in the hand, but the other hand is like already on the ass.
On the ass.
But it's like,
see, you a pimp.
No, see, at that point, that's just me displaying confidence.
Do you care to dance and this hand on her ass?
Hold on, at that point, I'm just displaying confidence. It's like, even though I asked you, it's like I already know you're gonna say yeah.
All right,
I'm
so
just
what
displaying
if you turn around and
confidence.
say, get your fucking hand off my ass?
I'd be like, all right, cool. All right, cool. See, but that's the thing. The problem is with our generation.
Like that.
The only thing is with our generation.
So you ain't gonna call her no bitch now.
I know. Fuck no. That's the problem with our generation. Our generation is like, we're so terrible at taking rejection. It's not even funny. It's like you'll try to spit game and some chick across the hit her with the usual. You can't get mad at the fact that she didn't want to give you no attention. In a way, you just yerked that girl. You didn't even acknowledge the fact that she was a woman.
And she called it yerp.
It's
but guess what? It's some of them Jones that reply to that.
True.
That's the issue.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I seen that. All they replied is when they like, come here, bitch. And they like, and there you go.
They stop and look like.
Now I know girls play with girls sometime like that,
Right.
but you ain't gonna be calling your female no bitch, dog.
And that's where shit started getting complicated. It gets complicated on the fact that y'all realize some women, they want an aggressive man.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you can show that you can be that aggressive up front and you ain't even bag her yet, I mean, you basically already got her in the palm of your hand.
Have you ever went on a date where you was embarrassed by the female you was with? Not the way she looked, but how the way she act.
Never.
So you never experienced no bad
Never. I've never experienced a bad date.
No.
I've never experienced a bad date.
How many dates you been on about, man?
In my lifetime, I've probably been on at least 7.
7? And
7.
you ain't experienced each one of them 7 Johns that they ran smooth.
Every single one ran smooth. It really was not a problem.
So was it a problem and you just didn't make it show it, you just went on with it, the flow? Like if she said something wrong, you like, damn, it's gonna be a long ass night. Or she acted a certain way, man, you just said, I'm gonna go ahead and milk this and just make sure it's cool and we gonna end the night.
No, see, because with me, I'm pretty picky on before I even take you out. It's like, I have to know your vibe first before I even have to consider taking you out. Because if your vibe seems like it's off to me from the rip, it's like, I mean, of course, I'm going to look at it as like you're going to be embarrassing to me. It's like, the fuck?
But they might switch up on you, I'm saying. They might give you a vibe and they say, okay, and then you're on a date and she done turned into a fucking monster.
True, but that's true. That's definitely true.
Now, would you date a girl and you got into it, y'all cool, y'all vibing, weeks went on, months went on, ain't nothing go wrong. And next thing you know, she tell you she believe in voodoo or she practicing. Would you stick with it?
I mean, I stick with it. I if anything, I'd be curious. I'd be curious. I'd be like, I start asking questions. I'd be like, so, like when you practicing voodoo, like what you doing? Yeah, I heard the question you asked.
She's telling you she practiced voodoo.
Okay, to what level? There's levels to this shit.
Fucking level.
That's like saying you Christian. Okay, which one? Are you Catholic? Are you this? There's levels to it.
To voodoo? No, she gonna fuck you up in the end of the day.
At the same
voodoo, she trying to lock you in to put something on your ass. And if you don't do what she say or how she moves sooner or later, she gonna really put it on you. So you want a female like that? And you gonna actually close your eyes and sleep next to a person like that?
See, that's a crazy voodoo. You're not talking about like an open-minded chick voodoo. That's the level I'm talking about. It's like a chick that says open-minded or some shit.
I'm listening now.
Like you talking about like some crazy voodoo. Yeah. You're not even talking about a chick that's open-minded. Hit you with the do some sage around the house type shit.
You know what I mean? When I say the word voodoo, what's first thing come to your mind?
It's only dark.
Exactly.
But
dog.
voodoo isn't dark.
Yes, it is. So you mean you believe in that? In good voodoo? Tell me what's good voodoo.
I believe there's positive and negative to everything.
Yeah, but tell me what's good voodoo.
Oh, witchcraft. You didn't know.
That's what
that's what the good voodoo is called.
That sounds even more scary than voodoo. So if a female say I believe in witchcraft and voodoo, you would date her. That's what you're telling me. So you don't have no precaution about your life or being under control on a spell. That shit is crazy, man.
Listen,
I almost ran into something like that before. That's what I'm saying.
How would I even know? Like how? How would I know if like, come on now?
Oh, you gonna start to see the signs. Now I was young buck. I'm gonna tell you how I found out. Always girl crib chilling. I guess when you hang your coats up in the closet. And candles and all that shit in the closet lit. I'm like, oh, the fuck going on here? But I ain't want to say it right on the spot. I thought I was a little high. I said, I gotta get up out this joint. First thing came to my mind, I'm Black Wall Street. But that shit right there, I don't know what the fuck going on. And I ain't into that. See, I believe in God. When I see something like that, I'm cool. And they in the closet.
like visuals.
I ain't knocking nobody what they into, but I ain't into that shit. Dog. I'm cool. So if you telling me it's good voodoo, I done heard it all. Cause I never heard of a story when it came back, and I had a couple boys that they tried to put it on them. You know what I mean? People I knew, and it wasn't no good situation, dog. So. No, it might be a good. Only thing I can say, if somebody put that on you and they want you to be with them for the rest of your life, and you are with them with no other problems, then I guess that's what you consider good voodoo, right?
I like.
Oh, is that pussy whip? There's a difference.
It's like a,
Yeah, that shit
depends.
depending, huh? It's a difference, right?
it's a difference.
It's a big difference. No, but each his own, man, because you never know what nobody into, man. But if you believe in God, I don't think nobody can really put that on you. But if you succumb to something like that, and you weak and your spirit weak like that, yeah, then that shit is heavy, dog. And I done seen people under that thing before. You know what I mean? I don't know. When I wasn't living right one time, when I was living that street life, all negative shit, y'all may have heard of it before. And I was sleeping, but then I just got paralyzed. And I couldn't move my motherfucking eyes. I could look, and a tear coming down my eye. And at the time, my aunt was talking about the monkey was on my back. You know what I mean? So I guess they had to pray over it. And then I tried to sit up in the room again, and it got me in the chair, and I couldn't move. You ever experienced something like that before, man? Did somebody ever tell you?
Are you sure you didn't just foretell Get Out back then?
What you mean?
Like, isn't that not a scene in Get Out?
No, but that shit happened like, and it happened like, I ain't want to tell nobody for years, dog. Because at the first time when it hit me, my baby mom, when I was with her at the time, she was laying right next to me. I couldn't even reach. I couldn't even do nothing. That's the scary part about it. I was up, but I couldn't move.
But that happens often. Like with a lot of people. Even this happened to me a couple of times, but
What, they keep you stuck? What is it called again?
It's called sleep paralysis.
It's like you're in between sleeping and you're in between awake. Like
it's like you're conscious, but at the same time, your body is just not reacting.
And you want to be woke, but you can't move, right?
Yeah.
That's a different type of woke.
That's what I'm saying. See, they didn't let me move until it got off me. That's when it wasn't under my control about moving. You see what I'm saying? That was the scary part. I was up, like y'all was saying, but I couldn't get out my body to move my motherfucking arm until it just got off me. You know what I mean? That's the scary part. So that's when I sat up off the bed and I sat in the chair and it got me again. I was young, boy. I was like 20 something. You know what I mean?
Some people call it lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming. That's for see, we ain't go through therapy and all that shit, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Now you making sense. You know what I mean? If I didn't know all that back then, I'd be like, I'm cool. But back then, the black family say, boy, you had the witch on your back. Yeah, I mean, a monkey. You better live right, boy. You ain't living right. that's when old aunties out. You know you ain't living right, nigga. Get your ass in the house. Yeah.
Wait, so speaking of black, of things of that nature, just along those lines, what's your thoughts on this new Candyman movie that's gonna come out?
Oh, that was my movie, man. Don't see, we're not just because I shoot movies and do all that. I'm a movie advocate. Certain movies they shouldn't touch if you ain't gonna do it right. Now, Candyman, that thing had me like, all right, that was the first time you ever really seen like something scary in the hood, in the projects. Cabrini Green, you know what I mean? And you like, I was looking in the mirror too. What the fuck is he? Yeah, when the movie do that to you, what's going on? So, and it'll be a twist to it because it depends how they want to tell it. Through the real Chicago or what they going on now, because that'll be a twist with all that street shit. And then you got somebody else, Candyman fucking with the street boys. That might be a little twist too. Because they always portray they ain't scared of shit. So imagine Candyman catch you by his motherfucking self. Yeah, right? So I don't know how they gonna do it, but I mean maybe they might put a twist on it. It might be alright. So I guess I'm open for it.
I do think in the new one, I think it actually is based in Chicago. The new one that they're shooting, it's still in the projects. It's actually still in Chicago.
Yeah,
I think it's just from a different. I think it's just a different perspective. I'm not sure if they changed the backstory.
Cabrini Green. That's where he from, right? Originally, that's where Candyman was from, right? That's why they kept it in Cabrini Green. Unless he moved and go to another city. But I think it might still be built in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward. You know what I mean? What you thinking about now switching the subject to that Tank Davis, man? Javante Tank Davis. What you think about that fight? What you think about what he gonna do? Cause you know he still got that other big, the other Mexican Spanish boy. That's the one I want to see. You know what I mean, Floyd making money off him. He doing good.
Just toss that one up in the air.
You just toss it up in there.
Just toss it up in the
Hey
air.
man, let him do what he do.
Everybody
right?
gotta make their coin somehow.
Hey, he called them coins. Yo. No, but I'm just talking about this other fighter, what he's doing for him. So, I mean, Floyd a businessman, man. I respect what he's doing. One thing I respect that Floyd do, he take care of a lot of people, man. That's why, I have no problems. I don't think he's a selfish dude. He like money, get money, but probably from his bodyguards to his nieces and nephews, that man take care of a lot of people. So if you're doing the right thing with all that money, and you taking care, that's why I think he keep getting blessed. Not just smart business moves like he made. But sometimes God put the hand on certain people where they just got a long run, bro. Obviously you're doing something right. You know what I mean?
See, I found it funny when I realized that when I learned that Floyd, he actually has like specific requirements that you have to meet in order to even be on this team. And it's not even like
as you should.
It's not even like intellectual requirements like all the other stuff. It's like requirements such as like you gotta be above a certain height, you gotta be a certain size, you gotta be.
As far as his females?
No, this is like just this is just overall to be on this team. Like he has a set of requirements where in order to be on his team, it's like I think 12 or 15 requirements that you have to have in order to be on his team.
And guess what? You probably making a lot of fucking money if you meet them requirements too. Look at his lifestyle. If you gotta follow him around, be on his team, and all he do is travel and party and you getting money, shit, if you fit them requirements and that's a job, go get it. You know what I mean? But then you gotta look at the man like his statue. And he know everybody around him just because he got money. So who can you trust? So if you don't make it chill how you want the people, because half of them people around him, they either love him or respect him or whatever it may be. But all them people don't love him. Because if he ain't have all that paper, we ain't gonna see half of them people. They all worried about it. So I guess he got a certain statue that he wants you to fit so he could be comfortable all the time. Look at that shit that happened in his house where they keep somebody try to rob him, the jury, and they had to trash the bull. You know what I mean? So he real probably specific, and that probably was an inside joint. You know what I mean? So
completely opposite of what happened with Young Thug.
With
where his maid apparently she was cleaning his pants and found $10,000 in his pants and told him.
And she gave it back to him?
Yeah, she gave it back to him. And then he started bragging and he was like, "This ain't nothing." I'm like, why ain't you just give her to her?
Yeah,
like,
let her have it, right?
Like, you might as well just let her have it.
Probably not, because it's the way a lot of them move, man. You know what I mean? They want to flash and show you what they got, but go back into, you know what I mean, where your heart really at. She should have told her to take that. You got to honest, you know what I mean, keep it right there. Just bringing that bread back. Shit, you supposed to make sure you at least give a 5 of that. You know what I mean? And not give it all. You know what I mean? You got that money like that. But you know how it is, man. So, but the next go around, and I heard too, they talking about Johnny Dang and all them boys. A lot of these dudes wearing that Fugazi jury, man. They getting got. And it's sad because our people, you supposed to know the cuts of a diamond, the four corners, the shape, the clarity. Definitely I'm supposed to know about that shit, dog. So now you got people, once again, milking the hip-hop game because the jury supposed to go with the joint. Yeah, I guess it's a must-have. You gotta have a chain to solidify you, right? Come on, man. The fucking chain got to do with you moving.
You gotta think about it. Like, it's like walking to a business meeting having a rollie on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they gonna take you that much more serious because you got a rollie on. Really.
Perception, right? Yeah. Even if it's a fake roll. Yeah.
I mean, if it's a fake one, they know their money.
Yeah.
They don't call it out.
No, you definitely gotta pay to play, man. You gotta have a certain stature and look good. You know what I mean? I'm an advocate, feel good, look good, do good. So, you know what I mean? I don't knock that. But sometimes you could come in, and I went to a lot of meetings, and you could be the plain Jane. That's the boy that got all the paper. You know what I mean? Just sitting out, staying out the way. So it depends on how you roll. I guess that all comes with the hip hop game and the rap game. You gotta look a certain way right now.
Yeah, it's all about presentation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in all professions, You ain't gotta be dressed all fat, flashy and whatnot. I mean, not really. I mean, you got people like Mark Zuckerberg who just literally wears the same shirt and same pants he just bought like 10 times over.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's his image. That's him. He ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, man. You know what I mean? So what you think about far as how can I say it? Like them companies like the Amazon and the Zuckerberg, and once you make a lot of money, and even if y'all two both become successful and y'all just created all this wealth, you think it's fair for the government to tap into your pockets off your creativity? Because they are strong harming a lot of these companies and making them pay a certain amount of dollars after they making money.
True.
You know
after
what I mean?
they just
it's
let
not
like
fair.
a lot of they just let a lot of things slide. Like look at Facebook. Like Facebook fucked up royally when it came down to that whole information sharing scandal. And it's like
they should have been all locked up.
But they not.
Seriously. You know why? Because he broke the government down already. See what I'm saying? If that was any other company, dog, that's bad business right there, man. And you can't get that back.
It's not even bad business.
See,
You got finesse.
Yeah,
right.
Love, right?
Because like at the same instance of this being a business that was made for the people, let's be real, the government's using it too. They lock up most people just because them motherfuckers want to just post something.
Of course.
And they'll find out where he is, where he at, who he with.
Well, you got dudes in prison put on Facebook Live and Instagrams with the phones and the cells.
I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck they get them phones in
Oh
there.
man, it's shit through their asshole or through their crotch. You know what I mean? All you gotta know is God.
That's a tight.
And they do it. You know what I mean?
No homo, but that's a tight ass to get a
Man,
big ass
listen,
iPhone in.
man.
Like them 6 pluses, you ain't getting no 6 plus in there.
Unless you got the paper and got one of the CEOs bringing it in the respect. You know, if you ain't got that way, you gotta hide it somewhere else and shit that shit out.
So how do they keep them charged with no sockets?
Man, they got everything they got out here. They got in them prison walls, man. Believe me, it go down in there. So that shit is crazy. But yeah, we gonna come back on the next Giddy Up and talk a little bit more. This is the last chapter. Flo, you better come back soon, man. We getting it in up here. Cause when I bring them other two co-hosts up here, I'm like, DJ who? Nah, I ain't doing that to my homie. He out there partying, getting money in the club. Shout out Big Flo. Can't wait till you come back home. This the last chapter.
Yeah, we back. This the last chapter. Yeah, we had a good conversation, man. We talking about the streets a little bit. We talking about the industry. We talking about the crime. You know what I mean? Now in the summertime popping off in the city. So it's all about the clubs back open. Everybody gonna have a good time. So you, of course, want everybody to be safe. But, man, they got Dirt coming to the city at the Met popping off.
You know, Wallow and Gilly doing their thing. You know, city coming up, man. Different people coming here. I'm proud of being Philly right now. And being part of the movement. Now, it's always been my city, but now it's been, I just want people to take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Get y'all money, have fun. You know what I mean? A lot of people getting different opportunities out there, so a lot of up and coming artists are doing their thing, so shout out to everybody that's still moving, so don't look back. You know what I mean? As long as you stay focused and stay forward, you won't always progress. You know what I mean? I know it sounds cliche, but you can't give up. You got a lot of people out there, you know, they make excuses. You know, you grind. You know, some you every day, next you grind, because y'all shit y'all passion. But what gets me to some of these young boys, how they quit. Like, if something don't go your way. Now, if you believe in something, you supposed to go through some bullshit. You gonna stick with it, you gonna stick with it. You know what I mean? You just not gonna fall off because something ain't go your way. Or you know, ain't make this bread this time, or you lost some money here. That come with the game. So my advice is, you just gotta believe in yourself, stick with it, don't give up. Have people around you that keep elevating you, to keep giving you the energy. Because you're going to have certain times in life where shit seem like stagnated, or it's not moving, or it's bumps in the roads. And everybody got a success story, but everybody also got a story where they persevered through some shit, through some trying times or whatever. And I think this where we at right now in this whole society. You know what I mean? These are trying times. So even if you getting up and you doing your thing with your passion, whether it's music, cameras, podcasts, movies, studio, teaching, whatever you're doing, this the trying times that you when you stick with it, because now it's getting ready to blow the fuck up. Because you never know what's around the corner. You know what I mean, Sim? Mm-hmm. You gotta stick there. But this so much. This is this industry is like so fast to stop and move on to the next or give up. You know what I mean? You gotta stick with your passion, man, and put that thing in, and just don't jump on the bandwagon because you jump on bandwagons. You see a lot of people doing that right now. You know what I mean? But hey, that's their call. Speaking of the game, shout out to Snoop Dogg and Def Jam. What y'all think that's gonna do? Think he too old to make new transitions to this music, or you think he gonna bring something back to the game? Cause he always relevant.
Yeah.
So
not at all. Like with Snoop, I feel like his name is just it's cemented in there, just like any other legend at the time.
But do Russell still have something to do with Def Jam? Oh, he sold that off.
Russell Simmons?
Yeah. I know he got stakes in it, but he not like the head dude no more, is he?
I think Russell Simmons not even in the U.S.
No, I know, but I'm saying as far as like the company,
He
still
probably
as
still
Def Jam.
has some ties to
And
it.
Leo too, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Leo Core, you know what I mean? That's the big boss, man. But Def Jam is one of the original staples in the game. They ain't going nowhere, but damn, before Snoop, who was working off Def Jam? Any artists that y'all know off the top of y'all head? I ain't really had nobody shouting out Def Jam before he signed Snoop.
Def Jam wasn't really going crazy.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So they had to make that move, because to bring the label back alive. I mean, of course they eating off royalties and all of the old stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, I really just while we talking, I don't think nobody was signed to them like relevant right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might be wrong. Maybe y'all could Google and see, but maybe that's why they pulled Snoop in to bring the energy back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because with all the independence, and then slashed it over to Sony and Arista and all of them, I don't know what's gonna happen. You like Wallow? How you think? Not Wallow. I know he getting the sauce on Wale. You like this new song with Chris Brown, man? No.
I haven't listened to it.
Wale.
I didn't listen to it.
Why you don't fuck with him?
I don't fuck with him.
Cause you don't fuck with him.
Why does it have to? Why does it have to come down to who you fuck? I'm just saying, I fuck with Chris Brown.
Cause if it's an artist and you in the game and you fuck with their music, you gonna listen to that single next. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Wale is straight female boy. I mean, as far as his songs, I think it's directed to the female, but I also think they don't marketing, and I also think that he got confused and mixed. They don't know if he's a rapper or a singer boy.
No, I think he always been a rapper, but I think he definitely wasn't given the proper treatment that he was supposed to be.
No, not at all, man. And he still don't.
Yeah, he still don't. In comparison to like Meek Mills, whatever, when they're in the same label situation, he definitely was not going to receive the same attention.
You think that's because Meek Blue and they said, I'm going to put this money behind this machine?
I think
Rick ain't going to take that chance, you know what I mean?
I think that's typically everybody in like any label situation. It's like if you have an investment that's working for you, you're gonna put your money to the investment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus an investment that's like doing a little bit of something. In a normal business sense, it's like when something's not working out, you can start looking for an alternative.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's think about it like that.
But he always kept Wale under the belt, though. So I think you fuck with him personally.
I like Wale.
Yeah.
But as far as the new song, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, he kept. I mean, at the time.
Maybe he shouldn't have used that as the first single off the album, right?
I'm tired of those songs.
Yeah, that's him.
Especially from him, that's his own
So that's what I'm saying. And you gotta get the heavyweights to always ride with you. See, you put Chris Brown on it. Yeah. I mean, not that you say you don't need no special guests or features, but a lot of these artists can't even do their own songs like we was talking about earlier without having somebody getting on it with them.
It depends. It depends.
If he did it by himself, he would probably would translate that well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he should already have a name where you really don't need a Chris to elevate your shit. You see what I'm saying? But he had to pay the extra check on Rick, so you better put Brown on this thing that, get them sales, which is smart. You know what I mean? But
he's been out the game for so long. I mean, it's like at this point, he's been out the game for so long, you would need someone to actually show some type of relevance in your craft. It's like after a while, it's like you need something to kind of bring you up.
Because he ain't come out with an album in a couple years, right?
I mean, if he did, no one paid that good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All you do
he can't pull a J. Cole. He can't do that.
Nah,
He can't pull a J. Cole.
You know how the lyrics for one like him. You know what I mean? J. Cole just a rare bull, man. You know what I mean?
I think my thing with Wale is like he's just not he's soft, but his just the songs he's doing is just like I don't know what you're appealing to because that type of woman is like not the mass. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like not every female thinks
That way. No, I know what you're saying.
So it's like
These little fast shorty ain't trying to hear that shit.
Like these days, shorty want to hear how you gonna dick her down from the back, like you
Yeah.
gripping her hair in her neck.
Yeah, choke
that's
the
what
shit
she
out.
want.
Don't mess her eyelash
you
up.
know, no real shit.
Yeah.
He trying to
Like-
respect him on some shit, and no disrespect to him, but it's just like just different market.
Yeah, no, they raw and right. They raw and ready right now. They ain't trying to be classy and all that shit. Which is sad. It's just crazy right now. You know what I mean? They
Shit,
pulling-
even Kendrick did it. He said, "Fuck you right up on your mama couch." Like, even Kendrick did it in an
Hey,
uplifting
kid,
way.
let it know what happened. You know what I mean? Shit, that's all good, man. But to each his own, man. But yeah, I think because a lot of labels, and not just Wale, you know, the Ross, they gonna, like you said, something, they gonna put the energy behind who's moving instead of putting the energy behind everybody who signed and just let them fly.
Of course.
You know what I mean? That's what I would do. You know what I mean?
You know how many artists was on Young Money, and only 3 of the artists on Young Money really got the push, which
Yeah.
was Drake, Nicki, and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne was the one who started the whole damn thing, and it's like,
Well, you gotta have something to be pushed too. You know what I mean? That's certain. It and Rain was a writing ass young boy too. And then Nicki stood out. So I guess, you know what I mean? It's timing and everything. Everybody got their certain situations and they ran with it. And all of them 3 still relevant, still eating right now, right?
see.
Because of Wayne brought all that too. So
But
he
the thing
off
is-
them quietly.
But the thing is, they're eating in a way where it's like they're not dependent. Still, they're eating in a way where it's like like if you look at it, any artist that ends up doing good, they grow on their own. Like with Drake and Nicki, they have their own little thing. Like Drake got his OVO, and Nicki, she got fucking
Barbie.
she got Barbie.
Yeah.
And you look at Meek got his whole Dream Chasers thing.
Yeah. You gotta have that platform, that,
Like-
that plan.
Like you can't just be thinking about just being dependent on one person. You got to think about the fact that, okay, if I'm gonna build this into something, I need to grow it into something separate. I need to grow into something that's outside of not just here. Like, of course, you know, Meek and Rick, they gonna always be cool. I'm pretty sure Meek is always gonna look up to Ross.
But
for
this is
him
last
getting that
album,
shout.
right? I think this is last album. Because he trying to go to Rock Nation or something like that.
Who?
Meek, not Rock Nation, but
I was about to
with
say, I
them
thought
under
Meek had a
management.
partnership
We
with
got
Rock
something with
Nation.
Rock Nation,
I
but
think
this
it's
is
a
last
management.
album though.
I think it's the management thing with Rock.
Yeah.
You say Meek, right?
Yeah.
I think Meek has a management thing with Rock.
Yeah, he has a management thing with Rock Nation, but I think this is his last album, so he can be negotiated to move on if he want after this.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he put his work in for him. Rick got his money off him. You know what I mean? 8 by 8. So now he got his
Not
shit.
Wale.
That's crazy. He might, listen, you know what? Rick might be feeding him quietly, like, perfect example. They used to be under Jay-Z, and that's his young boy. He ain't never had to come out with nothing, but he always feeding him. Memphis Bleak.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Why y'all laughing? Y'all fucked up, dog.
That's like
Listen.
Yeah, but y'all know what I'm saying,
You
right?
heard that story as a kid. It's like, yeah, Bleak been around like Jay-Z since, you know.
That's what I'm
since-
saying.
But what has he done?
Not a motherfucking thing, dog. Not a motherfucking thing, but be loyal.
Right.
Seriously. And that's how he get paid. You know what I mean? Because you ain't never hear him come out with nothing. Y'all nobody talk about Bleak. I think Jay might have cut that shit. If you mess something about my young boy, you out of here.
But is that
Nobody
true?
in that.
Is that true loyalty? If it seems like you gotta pay for it in a way, if you're paying for it.
Paying well.
I mean, I know the person is cool with you before the money, but it's like if a person's tight with you after the money and it's like you still paying them to this day, it's like at that point, is it
I
even?
mean, he must have been like a loyal or he putting in some work in. If he's still paying him, Bleak must have did something for what Jay said. I got you for life, youngin. See what I'm saying?
No, I could definitely understand that.
Yeah,
There'll be those.
but I know
moments.
what you saying too. You know what I mean? Like, damn, how much more I gotta pay? You gotta be bringing something to the table, right? And something.
You gotta be able to sustain yourself.
Yeah. But who knows, man? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a whole lot of games changing. What you think about that Rihanna and what's the name?
They said right.
Yeah, man.
It was already known to me. It was an item. It was already known ever since.
They need to do a song together, man. That'd be nice.
They did. Well, they didn't do a song.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think they did a song together, but she did feature in one of his videos for one of his songs, and I know she was playing as his girl. I know that much.
Well, they doing their thing, man. That's cool. You know what I mean? Well, to each his own. Everybody out there, especially in this business, and you hanging on to your relationship in this game, shout out to them. You know what I mean? For real. Because it's already rocky on both sides, and temptation and all the other shit that come with it. So anybody that got longevity in their relationships, I give it up to them. You know what I mean? Some people doing it quietly. And I shout out to all the wives that stuck in there, to all the husbands and men that came back to them. You know, after they like Snoop been with his for years. You know what I mean? Q. They all put up with some bullshit. You know what I mean? Them some strong ass women. You know what I mean? Dealing with Snoop and the death row and then the cases and.
I feel like they're being.
That's why they go back and make sure they grip them up and that's wifey because they know that's loyalty. They like fuck that. I can't get this to no regular shit. This wifey deserve all this. And he made a management, so I like that move. Yeah, you know what I mean, I think they know who got their back at the end of the day.
Yeah, and
it's good.
In the entertainment business, you gonna need a real strong woman on your back.
Man.
It's not even just like you need a woman; you need a strong woman in your corner.
Exactly, because as soon as you don't give her or whatever, then the next motherfucking millionaire right there. So you gotta really either you gonna keep it behind the scenes or do you want a woman that's in the game? You see what I'm saying? Because if she in the game, she's more accessible to the game.
It's like a double-edged sword, though.
If you don't have her in the game, then she's not gonna know. Yeah. And if she's unknown to what she needs to know.
No, not that. What I mean the game is as far as like in the industry.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's like that's the thing. That's almost like more of a rarity now. Like if you're in the industry, they want someone who's not in the industry.
Exactly.
Because it's like
this shit's so tainted. Yeah.
So like in my opinion, I feel like it's double-edged sword because if you get a girl that's in the industry, she's probably been run down through. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, then she might be insecure because you're gonna be around a lot of beautiful women.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's like if you put her enough in the game, then you know you might have some shit coming your way.
Hell yeah.
So it's like,
hell yeah. You know how that thing go, man. Shit, you might be dating the same motherfucker dude too. Shit, that's why they put the heart on your face in the pictures. You don't see who you on a date with. Girls do that all the time now. Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers don't care about being missing. Shit, I play the background. That's what they say, right? You can throw a smiley face over my head.
All day.
Everything. Show the champagne. Them chicks funny as shit.
Yeah, the savagery
the
ain't like
mystery
it
man.
The savagery just ain't like it is in the Tupac era. It was
Fuck
like, first the fuck. Like, we ain't on them levels. We ain't that savage with it.
Man, they say it was levels to this shit. Ain't no fucking levels no more. What's the level? You know what I mean? Either it is or it ain't. It's a give and take fucking industry and business. It's a give and doggy dog world like they said, man. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck. If they ain't getting something from you, shit. And you ain't shit. You know what I mean? So, which is fucked up. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? It's all about that dollar right now. You can't pay to play or in the mix or know somebody, then you won't just be stagnated. Or you just gotta work your ass off to get to the next level. You know what I mean? You gotta stay fine-tuned. Right, next?
Of course,
that's what I'm saying.
You gotta be the next best thing.
I know, man. Speaking of, we almost finished the script. I mean, the trailer. So we should be shooting that soon, y'all. The Mel story. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that on the next John. But I'm excited. I read a little bit of the synopsis. Read a little bit of the pre-trailer, John. It's gonna be exciting, man. You know what I mean? I wish I could say a lot more, but it's gonna be real. It's gonna be heavy. I'm surprised with some of the, the writers that I'm working with on it. You know what I mean? The level that they opened my mind to it too. Cause we definitely gonna just make it different. You know, everybody know Melted from at 2 seconds, changed his whole life in the fight, but we gonna make sure we tell a whole story, the perseverance and the dedication and the downfalls and the ups. But at the end of the drawing, you're like, damn, that's what I'm talking about. It's a real man, real Philly fighter. So excited about that one. And Flo getting ready to come up here. What club is he? Do you know the club he doing next? Cause I looked on the gram.
I don't know about the club he's doing next. I know no, I actually do know.
Yeah,
it's either the
Delaware or
club,
yeah. Flow every motherfucker with it.
it's the thing is he told me this weekend. I know he's supposed to be at the House of Laugh.
The House of Laugh. Yeah, I did see that. That's in Delaware, right? Delaware?
Yeah, that's in Delaware. Yeah.
All right, go check Flow out in the House of Laughs. I don't know. I got it's July 4th, matter of fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
July 4th. Go holler at my homie. We might slide through. You know what I mean? Then go enjoy the fireworks later. But yeah, slide up on him. He always playing them hits. You know what I mean? He gonna yell his signature out. That's my homie. So go ahead, Flo. Can't wait till you get back up here, homie. But go ahead, do your thing. Get your money. DJ Flo. You know what I mean?
Y'all know what it is. It's the big show.
Yo, you hearing Flo? Next got your motherfucking
I'm
signature.
DJ Flo. Come on.
Yeah, next. Go ahead and take this motherfucking job. You know what I mean? No, but that's good, man. This is a good show to come back. We're going to have some special guests next week. And some more co-hosts. We're going to have a ball with it, man. But it was definitely a good, deep conversation, man. I think we covered a lot. You know what I mean, Sim? Next, we talk a little bit about this. This is what we do on the last chapter. We don't make this shit boring. We come right at y'all neck, talking about what we need to talk about. You know what I mean? If y'all going through something, you know what I mean? We could talk. Y'all can call up. Y'all can holler at us about that. Man, we here for everything. That's what the last chapter is about. You know, even though it's called last chapter, it's always the beginning. So that's your man Frog for my behind the scene team, Sim, and next DJ Flo. We're gonna see y'all on the Giddy Up on the next episode, last chapter. Peace.
Yeah, let's have it. It's the Frog and Flow Show.